All right, so Sony has decided that since they cannot release new movies that are good, that they're going to be re-releasing old movies that have done well in the past year. So they're actually going to be releasing all 8 Spider-Man movies. They're all going to be returning to theaters this year to celebrate their 100 years. So that's right. We're going to be getting all the live action Spider-Man movies, the Tom Holland one, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire. Now, respective dates for this are down below here. So for Tobey Maguire's movies, we're going to be getting one. We're going to be getting this trilogies on the 15th of April, 22nd of April, and the 29th. We have the Amazing Spider-Man films, May 6th and May 13th for Andrew Garfield. Then for Tom Holland, we have the May 20th, May 27th, and June 3rd. Quick note on the June 3rd one, though, is that this is a Monday, so make some plans accordingly. The rest of these, I believe, are on Fridays. I checked the first few ones, so they were following the Friday dates. So yeah, I mean, this is good. I think, obviously, if probably the ones that stand out to me is probably the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. I still like that one. I think even now it still kind of ages well. And then Spider-Man No Way Home, I think, is just their biggest film, man. Bringing everybody back into that film. The nostalgia was insane. The second movie for Tobey Maguire isn't bad, but it was really hard carried by Alfred Molina, and I don't really think the story itself was really that compelling. Spider-Man 3 was just that was rough. Tobey Maguire just didn't really fit the persona of Venom very well. I just don't think that it matched very well. It just looked really weird and kind of came off a little creepy. And for Andrew Garfield's films, I like them, but nothing to write home about. I just think that his Spider-Man, though, like him just being Spider-Man, not Peter Parker, was just really good. That's one of the things that I really liked about Andrew Garfield. I think with some better writing, probably would have been one of the top tier movies here, just based on how well he did play how well that Spider-Man was done. And then for Tom Holland, like I said, No Way Home, this really stands out. Far From Home, not as bad as people have said before. But in regards to like Tobey Maguire, some interesting talks were discussed here. Sam Raimi actually spoke to a fan recently and mentioned that on Spider-Man 4, specifically for Tobey Maguire, that he told him that there are some, okay, this was a quote here. He told me that there are chances of this happening simply because he has the same desire as we do. But if it is to happen, it will be at the right time. And this was from Lucas A. Suarez here that had a discussion here with Sam Raimi. We can see that picture. But, so my understanding is that the reason this movie was supposed to come out a long time ago, right? This was supposed to come out back in 2010, 2011. Yeah, 2011 here was the original plan where the studio was supposed to be getting that movie to go out, but then it was canceled because Sam Raimi withdrew from the project because the studio was not going to be able to meet the plan of being able to release that movie there in 2011. So probably had some other projects that were going on. It was in development for quite some time because a previous movie had ended in 2007. So he wanted to be able to get that out, and being that it was just taking so long, decided to kind of venture off there. But the thing about this is, like, I just feel like it's going to take so much more effort and manpower to be able to bring this in. And let's also be honest too, like Tobey Maguire, he's not a little spring chicken anymore, right? I mean, he's not like a young buck anymore, if you want to look at it. So I feel like the more time that it takes for this to happen is the less likely that we're gonna see Tobey Maguire want to put on or don the Spider-Man suit. Now, granted, looked really good in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, but as a trio, it kind of hid, any sort of necessity for him to be too crazy. Although he did have that really iconic moment saving Tom Holland from Tom Holland's Peter Parker from killing Green Goblin there. But I just feel like the longer that this goes on, the longer this stretches out, the chance and the likelihood of this actually happening is not gonna be there. And I just wish I would just stop talking about it at this point, because I'm just like, bro, it's probably not realistically gonna happen. So let's just kind of move on here. But going back to this, good that they're releasing, these movies and kind of re-releasing here and bringing back some of that nostalgia. Like I said, I think really Spider-Man No Way Home, I would love to see that in a big screen again. So probably going to be looking forward to that. Let me know in the comments what you guys are going to be going to watch. Are you even going to be going to see any of them? Maybe you want to save some money. I don't know. You let me know, guys. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time. And as always, guys, thanks for kicking it with Keepin' It Comic.